Hi, Capricorn. This is Eileen with your Psychic Tarot card reading. And let's see, you're starting the month of October with the Strength card. Now, the Strength card, this is a major arcana destiny card. And the Strength card is saying throughout the month of October, you're going to be having a certain inner confidence, inner strength, and it's going to show in your dealings with others. You're not going to have to be aggressive or pushy to get what you want in October. You can just be calm and confident. You're going to be making a good impression on people, whether in business or in your personal life. You're even going to look more attractive to others. And so this can benefit you in both areas as well. Now, this is a general reading, so some of these cards resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances. And I am reading the meanings of the cards as well as tuning in on a psychic level. And so this would be good if you're applying for a job in the month of October, if you're applying for a promotion or a transfer, a raise, whatever. People are going to pay attention to you. People will want to hear what you have to say. Also, in your workplace, if you're trying to get your point across, let's say you've got some good ideas that could be implemented in the workplace, and you want to get your ideas across, your viewpoint, people are going to be interested. They're going to be watching you. They're going to be listening to what you have to say. You're just going to display this confidence, this inner strength and confidence. And so it's a good position for you to be in. Same goes with your personal life, your love life. If you are dating someone and you're wanting to know what are their intentions, where are you going in this relationship? And I feel like for some of you, you are in that position in the month of October. This might be one person I'm tuning in for. It might be a few people in a similar scenario. But I'm feeling like you've previously been in a serious relationship that ended. And you've pretty much got it together in your life. So you know what you want. You know what you don't want. You're not interested in just floating around and dating this one or that one or just wasting your time. It's like you know you want a good quality, committed, long-term relationship. And I'm feeling for someone that there's somebody you're dating. I feel like it might be a nice-looking person. They come across nice and pleasant and easygoing. And, they act like they're interested. But at the same time, they almost act like they've got one foot in the door and one foot out, kind of like you don't know what they're really thinking or what their plans or intentions are. But I feel like in October, you're going to be comfortable with asking them. I mean, not like you're asking them, do you want to get married? But you're going to be saying something to the effect of, are you looking for a serious commitment, or are you just wanting to date casually and date different people? What are your plans? What are your intentions? You're going to feel perfectly confident asking that because you don't want to waste your time with someone who just wants to try this person and then that one and whatever. So you're going to be in a good place. This is being in a strong position here. So this can benefit you in different areas of your life. Okay. And you will be looking more attractive. You'll be looking more attractive to others. So this is going to benefit you overall. So that's a good card to start your month with. Next card you have is the Eight of Wands. Now, the wands do relate to the fire signs. They relate to the area of work and career and action and progress. Eight of Wands is talking about getting things moving, accelerating. If you've been waiting on something and seem to be stuck and things have been going slow and you've been waiting or feeling kind of bogged down, all of a sudden things could be taking off and going into high speed for you in October. This could relate to a job situation where you've been waiting for the green light, maybe for a new job to come through or to hear it. Maybe they were hinting or all but said you had the job but didn't officially give you the job. Or maybe you've been waiting on that transfer and you've been waiting to get the final approval that it's okay. And now for some people, this could have to do with a move, a physical move. And also, another thing too, this card can relate to travel by air. So you may be actually getting on an airplane and going to visit another country, or just going somewhere to another city or state, whatever, travel. And then two, this could relate to a physical move. So if you've been waiting on a place, whether it's to rent or to buy, all of a sudden something might come through for you. So you need to stay alert, stay aware. If you have been waiting on one of these kinds of changes, I would recommend that you make sure while you're waiting to do all of your preliminary things that need to be done. Like if you want to move and you've been waiting on a place to come through for you and it seems like nothing's available right now, be getting things packed or ready, do those preliminary things, because moving itself is stressful enough. But if you have to hurry up and take action quickly, then it's more stressful. Same thing if you're waiting. I'm feeling for some of you, you could be getting a job that involves moving, relocating. So have like a plan in mind of things you need to do. Have a list, like a checklist. If that job comes through that you're waiting on and all of a sudden you're relocating. So have a nice checklist that you know where to start and what to do just going forward, because it's like you might have to be in a big hurry all of a sudden. So this is good news, though. This is good. Next card you have is the Ace of Swords. And the swords relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. The Ace of Swords is going to give you a lot of mental clarity. You will have very sharp focus in the month of October. So if things have been kind of foggy or hazy around a particular situation, whether it's in business or in your relationship situations, you're going to be able to see crystal clear and cut through the fog with that sword energy to make good decisions that make sense for you and for your life. And one thing that comes back to mind is this Strength card I was saying. I felt like for someone that, and maybe a couple of people are in a similar scenario, that you're ready for a good, solid, committed relationship with the right person for you. And maybe you've been dating somebody who's giving you all these mixed signals. With this Ace of Swords energy, you're going to be seeing things very clearly. So it's like, okay, I've put in enough time in this relationship. Or if it's some job situation or some other business, whatever it is, or just moving forward. If you're moving, if you're making a big purchase, you're going to have good mental clarity and just be able to cut through all the fog and whatever that wasn't seen before, whatever that was making you hesitate or wait, or you felt that you didn't have all of the information you needed, whatever it is, you're going to have very good intellectual clarity and be able to make good decisions for yourself and your life. Next card you have is the Seven of Pentacles. Now this is one of your cards because the Pentacles do relate to Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Seven of Pentacles is showing that you're making progress in your work, your career, your life. And you have just been laying your foundation. You've planted your seeds. You're watching them grow. And you know you're not ready to harvest everything yet, but you're pleased with where you are. You know you're making progress and you're being patient because you know you want something good before it's all over with. You don't want to be in a big hurry because you like quality. You want a quality life. You want a quality home. You want to have quality work that you do. And so you might be even saving your money. You might be saving for a home or a move to a better location that's going to benefit you, or possibly I feel like for somebody, you're in a job now that you're able to save your money. And prior to that, you have not been able to save much. You have just been barely making enough money to get by or whatever. And now you have a job that you can save money. And so that's making you feel better. And even though it might be kind of early on, but you're feeling good that you can finally start saving a little and feeling more secure. And that might be one person I just tuned in for. It might be a few of you in the same situation. Overall, this is a good card of progress, saying that you're on the right path. And I always recommend to everyone that you learn about the law of attraction, because if you feel you're not making progress and things aren't going well for you, you need to start getting that energy of prosperity and abundance and doing well, and make it your intention to get your life how you want it. When you make it your intention and decide you're not settling for less, the universe just starts opening those doors to help bring about those conditions for you. But I'm feeling, and also the earth signs, they're willing to work hard. They're hardworking people, and they like a good solid foundation under themselves. So they don't mind saving and being patient and going little by little, laying their bricks so they can have things really solid for themselves. But just make it your intention to have your life how you want it, to have all the prosperity. And the more you make it your intention and decide you're not settling for less, the more the universe will start delivering those conditions to you out of nowhere. It's like magic. Next card you have is the Eight of Cups. And the cups typically relate to the water signs and to the feelings and emotions and love and romance. And Eight of Cups is talking about moving on from a situation that at one time was good, but it's kind of lost its luster. It's like it's no longer fun and enjoyable like it was before. Now, this could relate, since the cups do relate to feelings and love and all those kind of things, this could relate to a relationship for some of you. It could also relate to work, though, a job situation that at one time you were having a lot of fun. You were making money. The money was good. You were enjoying your co-workers. Maybe you were having fun when you go to work every day. But it's like you've outgrown it. You need to move on, and you know that. And you're feeling now that you should be making more money. You've learned a lot. You've gained a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and you have a certain amount of ambition. It's like you don't want to stay stuck. You felt out for a while it was a good thing, it was enjoyable, it was working well. But then that's how life is. We outgrow things, it's good for a while, and then it's time to move on. And this is the right way to be, to move on once you realize that you no longer feel alive and joyful and happy to be in that environment. And you feel like there's a lot better for you out on the horizon, because you're right. Now, also, if this is a relationship matter, it's the same thing. At one time, it was enjoyable. You were having fun with that person. Things were good. Maybe you and this person and your friends and whatever, maybe it was just a good time and you were celebrating and enjoying the relationship. But then as time wore on, you started seeing traits in that person that you felt like did not resonate with you. And so you decided now it's time to move on. Now, for some of you, you could still be in this situation, whether it's a job, a relationship, it could even be a living arrangement. But you've already mentally, you're leaving. You're on the way out, and you're exploring your options, weighing your options, looking out over the horizon. You see the light on the horizon there. So there's something better for you out there, and you're preparing to move on. And this person is not fearful. They're not insecure and worried. They're confident and calm. It's like you've gotten whatever you could get from that relationship or that situation, whether it was personal or business or a living arrangement. It served your purposes at that time, but it no longer does now. You've outgrown it for whatever the reasons, because that's just how life is, so you're ready to move on. And this is the best way to be. When you stay somewhere and keep lingering, whether it's a relationship, a job, a living arrangement, it starts getting more and more uncomfortable until at some point something really, starts getting very disagreeable, and finally life might squeeze you out of that situation at a time that's not convenient. So it's better when you know that you've outgrown something to go ahead and be proactive, and don't be afraid. The person is not afraid of what's out there. They're ready to move on and go see. They know there's bigger and better things out there for them. And so that's a good place to be. Then your next card is the Seven of Wands. And the wands do relate to the areas of work and movement, progress. and they do relate to the fire signs. Now, the Seven of Wands is saying that you might have to defend your position in the month of. You might have people in the workplace, since the wands typically relate to the area of career and work. You might have people at work who are challenging you, who are trying to get you to do things their way. I'm feeling a certain amount of just pettiness and jealousy around you here. That's what I'm feeling like. And you're being firm and strong. See how the person's just standing firm. They're not fearful. They're not giving in, caving in, or anything. They're standing there and defending themselves and their position, and they're just being strong and confident here. Which, and it's good, it's right under the strength card. You see that paired with that strength card, you've got a lot of inner strength. So you're not going to be bullied or intimidated or influenced in a way that you don't want to be influenced by other people. Now, this could be something going on in your personal life. It could even be family members pressuring you about something. But it could very well be in the workplace. And it's like you know what's right for you in your life. You know what you know. And you're not going to have other people who might just be petty and resentful of you or jealous of you in some way. And so maybe that's why they're really wanting you to change what you're doing, because they're jealous. They feel like somehow they feel like they're not doing as well as you are. I don't know if you're higher up in the workplace than they are. Maybe you're doing a little better. Maybe you're making more money or getting more attention because you're doing a better quality job. It could be you haven't been there as long as some of these people, and you're doing better work and maybe moving ahead a little quicker than they are. It could be something like that, too, that I'm getting. But whatever it is, you've got people around you who they're trying to pull you down. It's almost like they're down in the mud and they want to pull you down with them, and you're not going. It's like, no, nuh-uh. You're just not agreeing to it, and you're not being afraid of these people. You're just being strong because you know who you are, you know what you're doing. And so you're in a strong position here. Yeah, so, okay. Then the next card you have is the Five of Wands. Again, look at this right alongside the Seven of Wands. Competition. So this is more competition, petty arguments. So again, it is a general reading, so this might resonate with some while it doesn't resonate with others. But the Five of Wands now, alongside of the Seven of Wands, it is talking about petty arguments, jealousies, competitiveness. And for some of you, this might even be in your family or friends or people you live around or whatever, who are just being petty and arguing and not getting along. I'm just feeling some small-minded people who are just, they're not happy. So if you can avoid being in this argument here, whatever this is about, you're better off rising above it and continuing on your way. If you have to put in your 2 cents, say what you have to say, and then extricate yourself and go back to your life, because getting involved with these kind of people who are just being petty and small-minded and poking and prodding at each other, and nobody's happy here. All this is going to do is ruin your day, or maybe a couple of days of your life or more, if you allow yourself to get involved. And this is a passing thing, whatever it is. It's nothing that has to be permanent. But the more you disassociate from it, the better for you, because you've got bigger and better things to be thinking about. Okay. Next card you have is the King of Wands. And King of Wands, now this is, the wands do relate to the fire signs. So this could be someone like an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius who's around you in the month of, but also this could be you embracing the emotions and feelings of the King of Wands. And the King of Wands has done well for himself. He's worked very hard. He's achieved a certain amount in his life. And so he likes to enjoy his nice surroundings, whatever small or big luxuries he gets to enjoy. He likes his way of life. He enjoys it and appreciates it. But it's not everything to him. He's not overly materialistic, but he has these material things around him. And he's a hard-working person. He knows whatever he has, he's worked very hard for it. And so he doesn't mind getting his hands dirty and working. And that's what he does. And that's what he has done. So even though he gets to enjoy these little luxuries or maybe some big luxuries in his life, he's not totally, he knows there's a lot more to life than the material things. That's what it is. He knows he wants a good quality of life. And right now, this King of Wands is searching for the right mate, the right partner. Now, on the other hand, this could be someone in your life. If this is not you, this could be someone around you in the month of or who exhibits these traits. And he's watching, he's looking around for the right partner, the right mate. He wants to have true love. He's dated, he might currently be dating, but nothing serious. He's not in love with anybody. He really wants the right person, and he's cautiously observing you, is what I feel like, whoever this is about. He's cautiously observing and wondering, could you be that right person? He's protective of his own heart. He doesn't want to get his heart broken. He's been hurt before. Even though he's got a certain amount of success with himself and all that, he doesn't think he's everything. He doesn't think he's some Mr. Wonderful or something. He knows that he could be rejected. He could have his heart broken. He's gotten hurt before, so he knows what that feels like. So he doesn't have some giant ego thinking that everybody would fall in love with him. He knows better than that. So he's watching you. Whoever this is for, this might be one person I'm tuning in for. It might be a few of you with something similar going on. He's watching you and observing you. I don't know if this could be in your workplace. It could be maybe where you socialize. There could be, he might know people you know, whether you're family or friends or whatever. He might be someone around the perimeter of your life there. He could be in the workplace. He could be like a manager or an owner of a business where you work. And if he is, that would make him all the more cautious because he doesn't want to step over the line, doesn't want to do something inappropriate. He wants the right mate and partner for himself, and he's very attracted to you, whoever this is. And he really thinks he's very attracted to you. And as far as he knows, you're available, but he doesn't know for sure if maybe there's somebody you're dating or maybe you wouldn't even be interested in him. It's like he wants to find a way to get to know you better and somehow in a way that comes across appropriate, like it's okay. And so if he does start acting on this, it would be like a gradual, little by little, carefully getting his feet wet here and there just to be safe. It's like he doesn't want to get burned. You know, he's been burned before. And so he's, whoever this is at least one person I'm tuning in for. It might be a few that have this person. Now, also, another place that this can benefit you with this King of Wands, if this is someone you work for, or if it's someone you might be applying for a job with, this person can benefit you because if they're looking at your resume, if you're applying for a job, or if you already work there and you want a promotion, this person, if they feel you've been working hard and doing good work, this person could give you that job you want. So that's not on the romantic side. This is more for business, that if this is someone you're encountering in the month of, in a business sense, this person can be beneficial. They can be generous, but they want to do the right thing. They want to be fair. They want it to make sense. But this is not the type of person who would try to withhold something from you just to be, because they're real critical of people or mean-spirited. This person definitely, if they feel that everything makes sense, then you're going to be the one. And I do feel for whoever I'm tuning into in this respect with business, that you're going to be looking pretty good to this person here in the business sense, maybe for a new job, maybe for a promotion, that you're going to be looking good, whoever I'm tuning in for, whether this is one person or a few, that your quality of work is well known, your knowledge, your hard working, your work ethic, it's known by this person, or they're going to find out about it or see it somehow and be impressed. So they're just going to be wanting to make sure that everything else adds up right, and they could be offering you that job or that promotion or whatever, transfer, whatever it is if you're trying to achieve something in business with this person. Next card you have is the Knight of Swords. And the swords do relate to the air signs of Aquarius and Gemini and Libra. Knight of Swords is talking about some kind of swift action taking place, and it kind of almost ties in with this Eight of Wands in a way. That something, it could be stressful when it's going on, but afterwards can be a change for the better for you. So this could have to do with a move again, like if you've been waiting and planning and wanting to move, maybe you were waiting for a place to rent or a place to buy, or even that change in job that might even relocate you to another place. This is another sign that that could be coming through all of a sudden, maybe when you're not even expecting it. And it can be downright stressful because it's like you've got to move fast, whatever it is, whether it's getting ready for a new job or a physical move, whatever it is, it's very stressful because it's almost, it feels like it's almost unexpected. Maybe you let your guard down for a little while and you're thinking, nothing's going on, everything's quiet now, I can just take some downtime. And then all of a sudden, this news comes through and it's like, oh God, what do I do first? You know, it's like you got to get on the ball immediately. So while it's going on, highly stressful. Afterwards, when things finally settle down, a change for the better. Now, also this Knight of Swords could represent a person that comes into your life all of a sudden in the month of, or by the end of, for romantic purposes. Let me see what I'm getting here. This person, if this is somebody new in the romantic area, that comes into your life, and I feel like they might have a personality that seems a little distant. It's like they don't come across real warm and fuzzy, you know? You know how some people just have a lot of charisma and they're just warm, they have warmth. I don't get that from this person. I don't feel like they're mean or anything like that. I just feel like they feel a little bit chilly, a little bit cool, like they just don't they don't radiate warmth. That's what I'm getting, or charisma. They're not somebody, you know, some people are just smiling and welcoming you and you just get that nice feeling being around them. I feel like this person is a little more, I don't know if they're kind of uptight. I just feel like they're more, maybe they're very private or something. They might be very private. Whatever it is, they're not a bad person. Friendly, you might have some things in common with this person. You might have quite a bit in common with them. And so you would start a friendship with this person and you could start dating them. But they don't, you know, they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. They don't rush to say, oh, let's make all these plans, or, oh, I'm crazy about you. It's kind of like they're keeping their thoughts to themselves and kind of just acting like they don't know, you know, what, like they're not sure, you know, that sort of thing. So if you meet somebody like this and they're acting a little distant, you might like them as a person. You might develop a friendship and find you have common interests, but they may not be in a hurry to get into a big romantic relationship. Or they might be wanting to go out with you, but then they leave you guessing and wondering, what do they want after that? You know, it's so I would not consider this person an ideal mate. I'll put it that way. They might make a nice friend, or if you really just want to casually date and you don't want anything serious, then this person's fine for that. Next card you have is the Two of Wands. And Two of Wands, and again, the wands do relate to your career, work, progress. Two of Wands is saying that you are making progress in your life, your career, your work you're doing, and that you have choices to make by the end of it. So you might be choosing between two different jobs by that time. You might have one that you know you have a steady position with, that it's there for you, but you might have another one that's making an offer to you that's looking kind of bright and shiny, and maybe there's something kind of new about this other job, or something that's seems to be more promising about the other job, and a little brighter and shinier somehow. So you might be drawn to that and start feeling like, I think I would like that for a change. I'm used to just something that's stable and mundane, but this other position looks a little more interesting and fun, and maybe it's even a little bit exciting. So you might be seriously considering that change. That change for someone could involve relocation too, I'm feeling like, for somebody. Unless it just means a longer drive to get to work if you're driving to work. Could mean that too. It's a little further distance for you. The only thing, now this might be one person I'm tuning in for. The one job that you know you have that's fairly solid and stable, but it's kind of mundane maybe. Maybe because you're used to it. Maybe you've already been doing that particular job or whatever it is. Or maybe you know enough about that particular company. Maybe you just have been offered a job, but you know enough about them to know it's a pretty stable, maybe a larger company or something that's fairly stable. And so it might appear to you that the one that's more stable could be a little more boring and the other one could be a little more exciting. I do tend to feel, whoever this is I'm tuning in for, that the one that's stable and maybe a little boring, that they have better financial strength with that company, and you're going to be in a more solid position sticking with them. And not only that, they like the work you're doing, and you're going to be on the way up in that company. That's what I feel like, whoever this is I'm talking to. I don't know if this is one person or maybe a few. And then also I feel for someone or maybe a few people that this could represent a relationship. There might be someone that's already, you're familiar with it. Maybe you've been dating already, and then somebody else is out there flaunting themselves in front of you and maybe looking a little more attractive and fun and interesting. And they could be fun for a while. They could be. But I am feeling the other one is going to give you more stability and more of a real solid commitment. I am feeling that too. So whether that's one person I'm tuning in for or a few. But the basic message of this card, though, is that you have choices to make. You're making progress on your path, and you're just moving forward in your work, your career, your plans for your life. So, and that's important, making progress. Okay, now this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Shiro Marchetti. And so what I want to do now is pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. And if you like videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, and feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, rates and contact info are listed below. Also, check your rising and moon sign videos because those might have messages or insights that relate to you as well. And let's see. Okay, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Capricorn today for the month of Earth? And if you're checking on rising and moon signs, I've still got more videos to be working on. So if they're not all there yet, just keep checking back. They should all be there in the next couple of weeks. By about the 1st of it, they should all be there. Okay, so what's the message for Capricorn? 14 Capricorn. What is your message for Capricorn? Okay, I'll give it one more shuffle and fan these out. Okay, Mermaids and Dolphins, what's it going to be? Okay, this one says make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. I love that. Make a wish and believe in your wish. Also, believe in it. Then you're tying in with the law of attraction. When you make a wish and you believe in it, it helps it all the more to come true. Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Great message. Okay, now what I want to do is pick one card from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. Okay, so what's the message for Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn? 14. Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle. I'll fan these out. Okay, This one says adventure. Maybe I'll read this too. Okay. So it's like a mermaid and a giant seashell. Look at the big moon and the stars. I love all this beautiful imagery. Just gorgeous. Okay, let me look this up. That's number. Okay, where is that now? Okay, adventure. It is an excellent time to take a short jaunt anywhere that inspires you. If you enjoy horseback riding or riding a bike, create the opportunity to do this. Just get outdoors and travel. It will help you break out of your routine. It also exposes you to a different outlook, a new opportunity, or an escapade. You are really going to feel so much better after taking a break. There is no feeling quite like having the wind blow through your hair or the sun on your back. Well, that's good advice. That's true. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to pick one card from Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so angels, what is your message for Capricorn for the month of Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn? What is your message for Capricorn? Okay, let me fan these out. And I gotta hurry. I hear a beeper going off in the other room there. Okay. Archangel Gabriel, you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Oh, I like this message. This is nice. Let me see if I can focus in better. Archangel Gabriel. Let me get it where you can see the words better. It's so pale. The colors are so light as it is. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. That's great. That's a good message. Okay. I feel like that hit the nail on the head for somebody, that message. That message is meant for some of you that are watching that video. That's what I feel like. It just rang a bell with me when I read that. Okay. All right. So, Capricorn, I hope you like your reading. Be sure and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload more videos. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, rates and contact info are listed below. And check your rising and moon sign videos to see if there's any messages or insights that relate to you. Have a wonderful, happy, if you celebrate, and thank you for watching my